Hello! In this video you are invited along on a little entrepreneur trip in the cottage. Once in a while I host a Workaway, a simple getaway for entrepreneurs. Some kind of magic happens when I gather passionate people in the woods. Ideas are born, bonds are made, and the creativity explodes. This was the first trip back to the cottage in the new year, and it was with 3 of my friends and business partners. In 4 days, we unfolded our individual creativity, both on our own and together. It felt so good to be back, clearing out the Christmas stuff and making space for new energy. Last year, I did an exercise for 6 days, asking myself every day what I really want, and then just writing out whatever came to me. On the 7th day, I was to read it all and see what I repeated most throughout the days. And the answer surprised me. It was to be creative, to allow myself to lose track of time and just create something, either for a project or just for the purpose of being creative. Being in a creative flow can be so blissful, but it doesn't always flow right away, and getting there can be frustrating. But when you find yourself in that bubble where everything else disappears and all you can think of is this one thing in this now, then it's all worth it. On this trip, we each connected to our favorite creative passion and shared it with each other. Bettina spent hours in the kitchen creating beautiful, healthy food, which we all were very happy about. Louise and Sasha had brought paints and got to know each other while shapes and colors unfolded on their papers with different techniques. We had such a good time together. Being in good company can be the best fuel for taking action towards one's dreams. The first step is often being asked good questions like, what do you really want? Or, how are you, really? And then having the time to fully feel and give an honest answer, however long that may take. The space was safe and open with no judgment or rush. Sometimes just saying things out loud was enough to know if it was the right decision. And other times, it was great to get inputs from the others' experiences and then continue to reflect. It was so amazing to practice taking portraits again. Every once in a while I practice with a friend who doesn't have any expectations for the result, so I can be free to play and try out new techniques or equipment. And if it goes well, I have new portraits for my portfolio. Louise has been taking cold swims, or winter baths as we call them, in 2 years. She was my hero this day. She was so calm and excited, while my body instantly wanted to panic. She guided me to breathe, and I got the courage to stay in for a little bit longer. After we got up, Louise was completely high. She called it her waves, that she could feel the waves coming in over her body, just like a runner's high. I felt no waves, just that my body was slowly getting warm again and that I really wanted to go home to the fireplace. And I thought to myself that I can't wait until I also get as far as Louise, because taking cold swims clearly is a journey that only gets better. There are many ways to be creative. Creativity is not just making art. It can be any way of using your ability to create something. And it's a great way to spend time together. In the evening, we were all invited to paint together. It had been so long since I painted, and as the strokes turned into a picture, it looked like a child's drawing. I was so unsatisfied. But then I remembered, when you come back to something after a long break, it's so important to be patient with yourself. A creative process is rarely linear, and you can go from feeling like Picasso to a total amateur and back again. So just try to enjoy the journey and trust the process. I would really love to hear what your favorite way of expressing yourself is. How do you like to be creative? Or is there perhaps something you're curious to explore for the first time or get back to after a long break? Let's cheer each other on in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this little video of ours. See you in the next one.